You're listening to Prosperity Report, Love and Money Podcast. I'm your host, Kanae Corder, best-selling author, international speaker, and clinical hypnotherapist specializing in financial therapy. Each week, we'll bring you actionable ideas, tips, tools, and resources to help you get the mindset shift you need to feel more confident personally and financially, so you can reduce stress, work less, and make a huge impact on your world and your income. Now, let's get into today's show. Hey there, my Pros. This episode is brought to you by my confidence coaching community. Take the free trial and join me and one powerful group of achievers in my confidence coaching community so you can transform your confidence. You'll get weekly topics that guide you through your journey to confidence. It's the tribe for people like you who want guidance and connection on this business journey, so you can be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So get started today with our free trial. Go to kanaecorder.com/community and join. Of course, I'll put that in the show notes, but you might be able to remember it. Go to kanaecorder.com/community and I'll see you there. Remember, it's time for you to manifest confidence and anything else you want. So that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. And I'll remind you at the end to go ahead and join the community. You get to try it for free. And if it's not for you, you can cancel at any time. But I think you're going to like it. I'm not even afraid. And even if you sign up, you still get another 30 days and you can get a money back guarantee. So you get 21 days to try it for free, plus another 30 days to try it with a money back guarantee. So you really have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And if you want to gain confidence, then you're in the right place, because today, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Manifesting confidence and anything else you want. Now, you can do more of the work in the community, but you're going to get started today. So if you're driving, just soak it all in and then go back and listen again and take notes. But if you are stationary, I say don't multitask, like really giving your full attention today, right now, because this information is going to shift the way you think. I know you probably say, oh, everybody says that, but this really, really is. The truth is, you are already a powerful manifestor. Yes, my Prospero, you are already a powerful manifestor. You're just manifesting things you don't want. And why? Why are you doing that? Because you're focused on what you don't want. You focus on what you don't have. You focus on what's going wrong. You focus on the complaints, the comparing, the competing. You're so focused on the confusion. That's why you're manifesting more confusion. You're manifesting more things you don't want and complain about. You're manifesting all the things that you want to take out of your life because that's what you're focused on. So you may be asking, well, they're real, they're happening. So how can I not focus on them? That's a really great question. Good question. I love that question. And the truth is, you can be aware of them. You can observe them. You can know they're there, but you do not have to focus on them. And they don't have to be that gorilla or elephant or whatever in the room. You can acknowledge them. In fact, it's even better if you do, because what you resist persists. Remember that. What you resist persists. So if you keep trying to resist something, it's going to keep showing up in your life. And you probably heard the saying, you get the lesson until you get the lesson. Now, I know I'm dropping a whole bunch of sayings on you, But that's why I said you might want to take notes, because all of these little sayings are things you're going to want to remember to say over and over and over again, because they're like manifestation statements. And you want to remind yourself that what you resist persists. So if you're resisting it, it's going to continue to show up in your life. And it's going to continue to show up in your life because it's a lesson. And I really don't like to use the term lesson, because I believe that the universe has so many more important things than teaching me a lesson. That is not on the universe's things to do list. The universe is, creating world peace. So just so many other things than it has to worry about than my lesson. So I don't really like to use the idea, but it's a saying and it's helpful that you get the lesson until you get the lesson. And so that just means that it's going to keep coming back into, aha, I get it. Okay, thanks. Don't need that lesson again. So let's just shift from this idea of thinking that the universe is teaching you a lesson. And here's what I want you to know about manifestation and the universe. The universe is just getting clarity. So when you ask for a certain relationship, a certain partner, a certain material thing, and you don't necessarily get it, you get something else, that's not a lesson. That's the universe asking for clarity. Universe is saying, is this what you were asking for? All you have to do is say, no, thank you. That's not it. Here, let me clarify a little bit more. Because maybe because your focus is on what you don't want, the universe hears that and it grants you that request. So if you're saying, I don't want to get my heart broken anymore, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to get your heart broken, because all the universe hears is get my heart broken. It doesn't hear don't. It doesn't hear negative. It only hears positive. So this is why I said that I'm going to change your life, kind of change your way of thinking in this episode, because you're so used to talking that way. You're so used to using that language, and you don't even know how damaging that language is to your future. So instead of saying, I don't want to get my heart broken, you want to shift that to, I want to love fully and completely somebody who loves me the same way back, or something like that, right? You make up your own manifestation statement. If you've been following me for a while, then you may have heard this manifestation statement that I have said over and over and over again. It is, I am a happily married New York Times bestselling author, highly paid, highly sought after international speaker, a millionaire hypnotherapist in excellent health. So some of those things have come true. Some of those things have not just yet. But the universe sends me little clues, like I became a best-selling author, not New York Times yet. And that just keeps me going towards the New York Times, because I know it's going to happen. I still have ways to go before I become that millionaire hypnotherapist, but I'm so close, like I'm so on my way, and it's already happening. And I know it's already happening because the millionaire status is a progression. I could easily just get a check for $1 million. Sure, I could definitely manifest that. Somebody says, here's the deal. We want you to do this. We're giving you $1 million. Or here's the deal. We love what you did. We want to buy it for $1 million. Whatever the thing is, right? I know that that is possible. I haven't manifested that $1 million check yet, but I have manifested $1 million business, and it's growing each day. And I'm going to do a progress check in a couple of weeks, so you'll see just how much it's grown. I focus on the things that I want in my business. I want these things, and so I focus on them. I visualize them. I daydream about them, and I take action towards them. So when opportunities present themselves, I say yes, even if I don't know how, because the universe is like, is this what you said? Yes, that's it. That's what I said. I want it. Thank you. I'm taking it. Now, the universe will help me figure out how. I don't have to know how. So I want to make sure you know that. All you have to know is what. That's your only job. Just know what. Forget about the how. And this changed my life. And this is how I change my patients, my clients' lives. All I have to do is shift their thinking from the how, because how is so painful. How is why we are all stressed out. We all just want to know how. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? But guess what? That's none of your business, and that's not your job. Your job is to know what. What do you want? So I'm asking you that. What do you want? Go ahead, answer it. Get really, really clear on knowing what you want. Because the more clarity you have, the more confidence you'll have in asking for it. The more confidence you'll have in receiving it. The more confidence you'll have when you get it. Because if you're not clear on it, you may believe you don't deserve it. I'm going to give you quite a few analogies today, but one of them, it comes from my sister. So my sister is a hairstylist. Well, she's a stylist, period. Clothing and hair and makeup. But she worked in the salon for many years. And when she worked in the salon, sometimes women would come to her and they want their hair cut or they want their hair colored. And she would ask, okay, well, how do you want it cut? And they would say like, oh, I don't know, just do something, right? Or what color do you want? I don't know, just do something. And she's like, no, you need to tell me what color you want. Here's some magazines, look and see what you like. And then they may come back and they say, well, I want my hair cut, I want it short, but not too short. And I want it, kind of asymmetric, but then almost even though no, I don't know. And it sounds like you don't know either, right? So I want color, but I want it to be kind of brown, but with a little bit of red in it, but not too much red. And maybe like a little bit of blonde and maybe some mahogany. And like they have opposing goals. So wait a minute, you want mahogany and red and you want blonde, and blonde is the absence of red. Do you want it to be, whoa. What color do you want? You don't know. You just want color, right? So if you tell the universe, I want color, the universe is like, okay, sure. Let me just send you a rainbow. And you're like, no, that's not what I want. Why did you send me a rainbow? The universe doesn't love me. You don't understand me. You are trying to teach me a lesson. The only lesson, if there's a lesson, is to just get clear on what you want. So you want color? What color? Purple? Okay, I'll send you purple. That's what the universe is asking you. So, you said purple, right? But universe has to make sure it understands which shade of purple exactly do you want, because there's so many shades. And so it'll send you a shade and you can just say, no, universe, not that shade of purple. I'd like it to be darker. The universe says, okay, take that back. And it may take time to darken that purple. So you just got to be patient through that. Now, here's my analogy for patience. Oh boy, do I love this one. So I once grew an herb garden with a friend. And every single time that I've done some kind of planting, I've learned or gotten a reminder of this lesson. So have you ever planted anything? And if you haven't, that's okay. You probably could at least imagine what it would be like to plant something. So you have your soil and you put your soil down in a pot or wherever you're planting, and then you open up the soil and you drop the seeds in. Now, I planted an herb garden when I planted, and I wanted different herbs, and each herb took a certain amount of time to grow. So some of them took like 2 or 3 days, where others took like 30 days, which seemed like forever, especially compared to the 2 or 3 days. But sometimes that's how manifestation is. Some things happen, almost instantly. It's like, just like that. You get it. You like ask for the thing, you walk out the door and it's right there. I'll tell you a story about a time I manifested $500. And that's not even a lot of money, but it felt like it in that moment. So I'll tell you that story in just a second, as soon as I finish this soil analogy. So 30 days seemed like really long. But I had to remember that I planted those seeds, and underneath that soil, stuff was happening. So for some of those seeds, the ones that bloomed in 2 or 3 days, things happened instantly. Obviously, those seeds were very clear on what they wanted to be. And maybe those 30-day seeds were just still trying to figure it out. So 2 days, you drop those seeds in, you water them, and immediately they just start moving in that soil and start opening up those seeds and planting those roots and growing up. But the ones that needed 30 days, they took their time. They slowly bloomed down into the dirt, planting their roots so they could be grounded and steadfast, so no wind could blow them out. And then later they moved up, 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 and finally broke through the soil. And then finally became, I think it was the rosemary that took like the longest, became rosemary. But rosemary is gorgeous and beautiful and smells so good. And boy, does it flavor food so nicely. So in order for rosemary to become rosemary, it needed time. And I'm pretty sure it was the rosemary. If it's not, if you're an herb garden grower and I'm wrong, just send me a message and correct me. It's okay. I'll be okay with that. But I don't remember because this was like 2 or 3 years ago. But I remember just learning this lesson so vividly. And I was like, oh my gosh, what an aha moment. I love this. And I'm going to teach it to anybody who's willing to listen. So thank you. Thank you for being willing to listen. And just think about it. Underneath that soil, the seed is blooming. It's opening up. The roots are digging down deep. And soon your herb, your flower, your whatever is blooming through that soil. Such is true about your dreams, your goals, the thing that you are manifesting. There's something happening under that soil. And you've got to know that it's coming to you. Now, I'm going to give you a little exercise at the end. And I want to tell you about an exercise we do in our coaching program. But first, I told you I'd tell you the story about the $500. So one day, it was towards the end of the month. And this is when I was working in the barbershop and in the salons. This was a barbershop that was pretty crowded, almost busy every day. But I was the newest barber in the barbershop, so I didn't always get those clients. Now, some of you are going like, what, barber? Yes, I was a barber. I'm a licensed barber still. There's so much that you don't know about me. That's why you should just keep listening so you can learn so much more. And then I can learn so much more about you because that's so important to me. So I get ready to walk out my door and I'm thinking about the rent that I have to pay in just a few days. And I'm not all the way there. I still need more money. So I say to the universe, to God, I say, I want $500 by the end of this day. I remember it so vividly. As I was leaving out of the door, I said those words. I walk out the door, lock it behind me, go ahead to work. I work. Don't even think about my rent anymore. Just work. And I do the job, cut hair, and I'm just like, I'm busy the whole entire day. At the end of the day, I count my money. I pay my booth rent. And guess how much money I had left? Yes, exactly $500 after paying my booth rent. And you know what I said? I should have asked for more. Shoot. No, I did say that, but I was so thankful. I was so incredibly thankful and appreciative. And I was proud of myself for asking, for knowing exactly what I wanted. And I was stress-free because I was able to pay my booth rent and I would be able to pay my rent in a few days. And then I was coming back to work in a few more days and I could pay more. So all was good. And it just felt so amazing to make my request known and to receive it. And that happened in a matter of hours. And from that moment forward, and I was in my 20s when that happened. This was a long time ago. Oh, wait a minute. I just made myself sound really old. It's okay. I'm wise too. But from that moment on, I knew that I could manifest anything I wanted. And so can you. I have so many more analogies that I want to give you, but I don't want to make this super, super long. I want this to just be short and powerful so you can go out and manifest immediately. So I'm going to give you one last thing, and then I'm going to give you the start, stop, and continue. So this exercise that I want to give you is I want you to understand that there's nothing wrong with daydreaming. It's just visualization. Throughout the day, go ahead and daydream. Just visualize the thing you want because that'll help you get more clarity. Just allow your brain to daydream. Don't talk yourself out of it. Whenever it happens, just go there. Just go there fully and completely and just daydream. Now, here's the second part of that. While you're daydreaming, I want you to feel what it'll feel like to be there in that daydream. Don't feel what it feels like to not have it. The feeling of wanting is actually pretty painful, but the feeling of having, oh, that feels so good. Now, in my coaching, I teach a really clear exercise on how to shift from that wanting feeling to that having feeling. And oh, it's so good. And people love it and I love it. And I love teaching it and I love doing it for myself, because this thing that we're talking about, this manifestation, it's not like a one and done. It's not like you get it and then you never have to learn again. No, you have to keep practicing it. And I know I'm always talking about practice, but man, let me tell you, if you continue to do those morning rituals, those night rituals, and I'm saying that to my prosperos who are in the club, because I teach this in our coaching, morning rituals, night rituals, those repeat things, those things that you're practicing, it makes life so much more natural, so much easier to move through. And boy, does it feel good when it becomes second nature and natural. And we're getting close to the end. So don't forget to join the confidence coaching community. It is the first step in really getting to your idea of prosperity, to really gaining the confidence you need to manifest confidence in anything else you want. You can do that when you join the confidence coaching community. Start with the free trial, because the free trial allows you to see if it's for you. It's a group of powerful achievers, so I know it's for you. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I want to give you this start, stop, and continue so that you can keep moving towards your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. And in order to do that, you'll need to stop thinking about all the stuff that you don't have. Stop thinking and dwelling on the negative. Stop thinking about the past, unless it's a past that you want to repeat. If you had a past that you're like, oh my gosh, this was so good and I want to do that again, then think about it and feel that feeling of having it again. Oh, it feels so good. C'est bon. Yes, think about it, but not the negative stuff. Stop complaining. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop competing. Because when you're focused on other people, then their blessings expand, because what you focus on expands, remember? So start focusing on what you really, really want. Like, gain that clarity around what you want. Change your language so that you're talking about what you want. Change your language so that you're speaking more about appreciation and gratitude. Visualize your prosperous life. I'm going to put a link in the show notes for a meditation that I have called Visualize Your Prosperous Life. And I want you to listen to that over and over and over again, because that'll help you get really clear on your what. Because remember, that is all you need. So continue manifesting, because you're doing it right now. I just want you to continue manifesting, knowing that you are a powerful manifester. And then just start manifesting what you really want. I mean, what you really want. Go ahead. You can do it. I mean, you manifested me. I'm here. I'm in your life and I'm guiding you. Now, I'd like to get closer to you, and I'd like you to come closer to me so we can do this together. I don't want to be in business by myself. I love having a tribe, and I want you to have a tribe that you can depend on, that can support you. And I want to show you how to build your tribe. So you need to be a part of a tribe first, so you have that support and guidance that you need. And then you're going to build your own tribe. And I want to show you how to do that. And we can do that together. So my Prosperos, if you found this episode valuable, I ask that you share it. You can leave me a review if you like, but more importantly, subscribe and share this episode if you're not already subscribed. Share this with someone that you know that keeps manifesting what they don't want in their life. Share this with someone that you know has the potential, which we all have the potential to reach our goals. Someone that you know that is just right there. And if they just got this right information, they could go all the way. So be generous and share this with as many people as you like, but especially that person that you know wants to manifest confidence and anything else their heart desires. Thank you, my Prospero, for joining me. I'll see you sooner. Do you ever wonder if your brain is secretly plotting against you? The truth is, it is. Your brain is full of negative messages and programs. These negative messages block you from success and cause stress. And right now, whether you know it or not, your brain is standing in the way of your success, the success you were meant to have. Over my years of clinical practice, I've created a system that helps uncover the counterproductive brain habits imprinted by society. If your business has not reached the level of success you would like it to, it's time to take action. Join me and one powerful group of achievers in my coaching community. It's the tribe for people who want to get guidance and connection so they can be in business for themselves, but not by themselves. Go to KeneQuarter.com/community. Get the guidance and connection you need to take your business to the next level. Go to KeneQuarter.com/community. Hey guys, thanks for listening. If you want more love and money conversations, subscribe to this podcast. Also, tell your friends about us. I'll see you next episode. But in the meantime, head on over to KeneQuarter.com for more tips, tools, and resources. And go ahead and leave us a comment if you like. We'd love to hear from you. This show is not to replace professional counsel. The best advice comes from a professional you know. The topics discussed in this podcast are general in nature and are for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage you to meet with a professional to discuss your specific situation, whether financial or therapeutic. That's all for now. I'll see you sooner. Remember, no matter what anybody ever tells you, you can have wealth in all of its forms. Believe it, and you will soon see it.